What's up, everybody? Welcome to Narco Cop MMA. This is Lambo Plays Podcast, episode number 9. Sorry about the delay. We ran a little late. There was some technical difficulties going on. But along the way, we are going to drag one person with us. He's a newcomer to the show. I think this is his very first stream ever. Also, my co-host is going to be here. He is going to be streaming from his Lamborghini. So without further ado, let me introduce my co-host, Tajik Bey, in his Lambo, or is that Corolla? What is that there, Tajik?
I prefer not to mention, to not draw the haters. So it's a good car. I can tell you that.
Awesome. That he's only telling you guys it's a good car. That's it. The other guest here is his very first, I believe it's his very first stream. It is none other than the red hot Tim Troiano. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good,
awesome
man.
To be here.
Awesome to have you, man. I want to bring in more guests. It just makes the streams better, man. People that are part of the MMA community, sometimes you got to bring them in and get their opinions, because their opinions are probably better than ours at times. So
yeah, Mike, and I gotta say, Tim doesn't feel like a guest, to be honest with you. He's on every pod with us all the time. He has great takes. If you don't follow him on Twitter, you're missing out. Great human being. We chat very, very frequently, and it's a pleasure having you on the show, Tim. It really
Thanks
is.
so much, Tajik. I appreciate it greatly. Okay. Thanks again, Mike, for having me on. I watch you guys all the time, and like you said, I'm pretty much everywhere watching and listening to everybody.
That's awesome, man. I talked to Tim a while back, and I'm like, man, I got to bring you on my show. He's like, okay, no problem. I'm going to get a mic. I'm going to get a cam. And he did just that. And then I had told him last week, like, I'm going to bring you on the show this week. And I completely forgot. And then today I'm like, damn it. Let me send Tim a message. Once I saw him in chat, I'm like, maybe he wants to get on. And so he said, yes, it's perfect. Tajik is in his unknown vehicle. But with that being said, I also want to say is, while you guys hang around here today, at the end of this podcast, I will be giving out a free giveaway. I'll let you guys know the contest at the very end, and it's going to be pretty simple, but it's a pretty nice giveaway, actually. It's a nice little gift that you can keep or you can give to others. With that being said, we need to start off, because this is a big card here. We are going to go start off with fight number 1. It is Matt Sales going up against Jourdain Levitt. We'll kick it off to Tajik here. What do you got as the Lambo play here, Tajik?
Yeah, Lambo play here for me is Matt Sales by decision. We all know that Levitt has this chance to take down and submit Sales. Sales takedown defense is subpar, and his best finish equity for Levitt is in that first round. But should Sales weather the early storm, I think he should be able to keep it standing, or at least make it competitive and outbox Levitt. And Levitt is durable. He has never been finished. So Sales by decision is the play for me here.
Awesome. I don't mind it. How about you, Tim? What do you got over here as your Lambo play?
I think it's kind of a binary fight. I mean, if Levitt gets him down to the ground, didn't Sales get twisted by somebody? I mean, that's like one of the only twisters in MMA.
Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I mean, Brent Mitchell's way better than I rate him higher than grappling wise, but I still think he's dangerous. Levitt's dangerous if he does get him on the ground early. So I like the 550 plus 550 on Levitt sub round 1, but I also do like the KO prop later on. If the fight gets going deeper, you get like 14-1 on round 2, and I think 20-1 on round 3 for KO for Sales. So I like those two.
Awesome. Those are definitely Lambo plays. This guy's kicking it off with a bang. He's not giving
go big.
plus 300 plus 400. This guy's going for 1,400 and 1,300. So, yeah, for me, I pretty much agree with Tim. I think it's a binary fight here. Like, honestly, Jourdain Levitt sucks on the feet. Matt Sales throws with a lot of power on the feet. So he is moving up here to 155, which I don't think is a good division for him. But I still think he's going to carry the power. Jordan Levitt still, his striking is very, very subpar or below subpar, honestly. And
That's giving subpar credit.
yeah, correct. And then on the ground, honestly, on the ground is where Matt Sales sucks too, because when you have Kyle Nelson taking your back 2 different times, that's not a very good look. I know people are saying that, Bryce Mitchell twisted him, but Bryce Mitchell's so good on the ground, so we can't blame him. But how about getting your back taken by Kyle Nelson twice? That's not a great look. So I do think Matt Sales sucks on the ground. I do think if Jordan Levitt gets him on the ground, I think he's going to get a submission. So yeah, it is a binary fight. But for me, I'm going to go with the with the Sales KO plus 420, just because, the submission prop is too low, but the Sales KO does fit the Lambo play, sorry. But let's move on. Fight number 2. It is heavyweight fight. Dontel Mays going up against Josh Parisian. We will kick this one off to you, Tim. What's up? What do you have here?
This has got to be one of the lower level fights that you got here. I tend to lean towards Mays, but the money lines are just terrible. I like the unanimous. There's nothing really, super sexy on this one. I like the unanimous decision though for Mays on DK. It's a little under Lambo, but I went overboard last fight, so I'll go a little under on this one. It's plus 250, but I think that's actually a solid bet.
So now you're killing off. I like it. He's either going, notoriously high over the Lambo plays, or he's going a little under. So I don't mind that. For me, actually, I like a little bit of Mays KO too here. Parisian, this guy blocks punches with his head, dude. Roque Martinez was absolutely lighting this dude up. And what I will say is, it is low-level fight, but Mays does have some skills, man. He just doesn't have the output, which I hate. He doesn't throw enough volume. I can see Parisian out-volume this guy, but he does have some skills, and his striking is way better than Parisian's. And I think, Parisians might be able to take these punches in the first round, but I think they're going to get to him in the second. I think he's going to have a chance to get him out of there. And I'm going to go with Mays KO2 plus 650. What do you have here, Tajik?
Yeah, I'm here totally joining team, because if you want to win the Lambo, you have to make the good guesses. Sometimes you go high, you go 1,500, and sometimes you just need to go plus 250. So yeah, I totally agree here, because Dontel is not high output. He's athletic enough, and Parisian has been finished, I think, once or twice, but that have been dates back to 2017 or whatnot. So it's he's durable enough, and once they get through an initial exchanges, throw down the ladder and get a little bit more respect for each other, I think Dontel, is gonna take it down the stretch and just simply gonna decision Parisian here. So Dontel Mays bad decision is the play here for me as well.
So we got Tajik and Tim agreeing on the decision prop there. Yeah, I don't mind it, because I do have a bet on fight goes to decision. So, I do see it going to decision. So I don't mind that at all. Let me just go to chat real quick and say, Mushroom says Tim Troiano is sharp. What's up, Mushroom? Anaconda bets promise my family Lambos for Christmas. Let's get rich. Thank you for joining. George is in the house. Tajik Bey live streaming from his goat mobile. Yeah, you know what? It might be a goat mobile. We don't know what the hell that is. Real quick, Ignacio, Tajik Goat is here. Yes, he is. Daz, thank you for joining us. Yes, Daz, thank you, brother. Anaconda back. Surprised we can hear Tajik over paparazzi cameras. Oh boy, the paparazzi is following him. I know.
No, it's not.
It is weird. So
hey, I lost a solid 5 units on if Tajik would be wearing the black turtleneck tonight. So I'm actually down starting this weekend.
Oh man,
good.
Tajik, that's right. I didn't even notice you threw us. No one in chat even mentioned it. They're always mentioning that black turtleneck, but they don't say anything now that you're not wearing it.
Yeah, I agree. I wear turtleneck for all these kind of occasions, and then for some other kind of occasions that the turtleneck is off, I need a little bit of a breathing space. So yeah.
Awesome. 19 of you in chat. Thank you very much. I just want to say that. But we'll move on. Fight number 3. It is Raquel Pennington fighting Macy Chiesan up at 145. I can kick this one off. Honestly, this fight going to 145 is going to favor Chiesan. She still freaking missed weight by a lot. The girl's a big girl. Pennington, moving up to 145, this is not her weight. I believe that in order for Pennington to kind of like even cover her price here, I think she needs to get some takedowns. And I think takedowns are going to be harder now just because this is at a higher weight class. Chiesan missed weight. She's going to be the much bigger girl here. So, I'm going to go slightly under the Lambo play, and it is Chiesan by decision plus 280. What do you have here, Tajik?
Yeah, I think Chiesan by decision is a viable play here. I actually have a sneaky suspicion that since Chiesan will be bigger, in my opinion, will be bigger. I think she finishes her, and she finishes her late. So I'm thinking like round 3 TKO is probably gonna be a play here, and you would have to help me with the line here.
Oh my goodness! Are you ready? Are you?
Go ahead.
We're all sitting, right? It's plus 2,600, guys.
I'm gonna bet that just to do it. Absolutely.
Tajik
I'll tail with that one just a little. That's a super sprinkle. Why not?
Tajik back to his bombs.
She missed weight. She missed weight too by a good amount, right?
Yeah, a lot.
She missed weight. I mean,
that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
She's gonna be almost as big as Justin Tafa for this fight. So I mean, and at 2,600, I mean, my goodness, I mean,
yeah.
Oh well, yeah. I'm back. I'm
you're
officially
back with the plus 2,600. Nandalal says 2,600 on the in real life bulletproof Macy. Oh boy, bulletproof Macy is bulletproof, I guess. Tim, what do you have here?
Every time I think about this fight, I think the first thing I think is going to go to decision. The second thing I think that's going to happen is I think it's just going to be like maybe Macy starts off really well. Rocky usually kind of starts off shit, and then it's like, okay, there might be a live bet opportunity on Rocky if you like her. It's after round 1, but then I think she starts to maybe turn it around a little bit, and maybe round 2 is super close, but maybe and then round 3 is more Rocky, and then I think there's a split decision either way. And honestly, I'll probably play the split decision either way and be like, I think it's plus 550 for Rocky and plus 1,000 for Macy.
You could probably play fight ends in split, or you cannot. I thought somewhere you can. Yeah, either fighter to win by split plus 330 on DraftKings. So,
okay,
that's actually a really good play.
And that is a Lambo play. And honestly, you mentioned something that I mentioned in the Best Bet podcast earlier today. I did say I love this spot as a live spot on Pennington because I think she's probably going to drop the first round. She's a slow starter, but she does come on later on. But like I said, up a weight class, this kind of throws like a little wrench in everything.
How do you think what do you think is going to happen in the clinch with those guys? Who do you think is going to have the edge?
I think Pennington's still going to have the edge in the clinch, but I just Macy is still strong, man. She's a big girl. She's strong. And I think that, that weight might actually, fucking weigh on Pennington here. So, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't have a bet on the fight at all as far as money line. But, Chiesan by decision plus 280. I think in a close fight, I don't see Pennington like running away,
Mike, before we move to the next one, I think what can happen here, team, like let's say they clinch, right? And she feels her strength, the size of Chiesan, and then she gets tired.
That's what I said. Yeah.
She gets tired clinching with Chiesan because Chiesan is so big, right? Because I mean, imagine it's one thing when you clinch with Penny Kianzad. I mean, Penny Kianzad is not this muscular, like not this big. Right, and then boom, you clinch with Chiesan, and Chiesan is this big, and then you may be successful in the first round, Then you guess out, you go another round, back and forth in the two, and then in the third something happens, and we all cash that plus 2,600 and by TKO. So who knows?
Hey, anything is possible. Nick says, "What's good, fellas? What's up, Nick? Thank you for joining us." With that being said, we will move on. Wait, did we go to Tim?
Yeah,
we did. We did. All right, we'll move on. Fight number 4. This is an interesting fight. It's Charles Jourdain going up against Andre Ewell. What do you have here, Tajik? Give us something.
No, I can't. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't see many betting opportunities here, to be honest. I think Jourdain takes it. I don't know if he stops Ewell. I don't think he stops Ewell. It's not gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be a Corolla play here. I mean, Jourdain is probably gonna take it by decision. I see a finish here potentially, but I'm gonna go with Jourdain by decision here.
All right. You're chickening out here a little, Tajik.
I am.
We will move it to Tim. What do you have here? Do you have a Lambo play for us?
Yeah, I like a couple actually in this one. I like Ewell points on FanDuel is plus 340, and I mean he's got a 6-inch reach advantage in this situation. And Jourdain, I've actually cashed on Jourdain twice, and I was shitting my pants in both fights. Like legitimately, he doesn't do anything, and then he loses the first round, and then he starts to just. He catches guys, and then he is dangerous, and he does some flashy things, and he catches dudes. And I got lucky both times. I can easily say that. And then so I think that he's live always for a later finish, trying to play catch up. So the number on I don't know if it was FanDuel or if it was DK, but I think it was like 14-1 on round 3 KO for Jourdain, and that's absurd if you ask me. I don't think it's like always going to happen, but it's a definitely viable path for him.
Yeah, it's funny because I have, similar plays for my Lambo plays, and they're actually bets of mine. I like actually Ewell by decision. I like Ewell straight up, honestly, here in a fight that is gonna probably stay standing. I think he's got the reach advantage here. He's got the cleaner striking. He's got the nice 1-2. He's got a nice left hand there. He's straight left, and Jourdain does get hit. Jourdain is trying to push forward, trying to throw his big punches, those big kicks to the body and head, But the one thing Jourdain doesn't do a lot is kick that calf, and I think it would behoove him to kick the calf here because we've seen Ewell and how he doesn't do shit with those calf kicks and just absolutely gets his leg chewed off. But I will say is Jourdain brings the pressure. Jourdain has cardio, and Jourdain has power late in the fight too. We've seen him finish guys like Rojo in the third. So and also we've also seen Ewell kind of like, break down later in the fight. His cardio is a big question mark. And when you got a guy like Jourdain that pressures and comes forward like that, I don't mind Jourdain KO round 2 or round 3. So we got plus 800, plus 1400. I like both of those. And I also like the Ewell decision plus 340. Moving on, it is fight number 5. It is Sijara Eubanks going up against Melissa Gatto. Tim, you kick this one off, buddy. What do you have?
I'm going straight. This is an homage to Tajik in this one. I'm pulling out the draw on this one. Gatto's fought 9 fights, and 2 of them have been draws. And I'm not saying that's ridiculous. Like, I don't know if it's just the fact that she fights that she gets dominated or dominates a round and then loses the other 2 rounds for whatever reason because her vitamins wear off or whatever. But I don't know. She's obviously fought draws. So, I mean, you're giving me 50-1 on something that's happened 2 out of 9 times. Okay, I'll take a shot at that.
Wow. Great take. I like it. Now, just for you saying that, I'm going to have to play that one because that one is an interesting take. For me, you know what? I have an interesting one here too for you guys. You know what? Everybody's talking about how Gatto's striking sucked and all this other stuff. But you know what? Gatto looked decent on the feet last fight, right? I know it's Leonardo. She's not that good, but her striking is improved. Whatever it may be, it is improved. The other thing I do want to say is Gatto's only 25 years old, so she's improving, man. You got to remember when she fought Leonardo, she took a 3-year layoff She was gone for 3 years. So she came back improved. And this girl's going to continually improve. The other thing I want to say is she came back a lot more muscular, whether it be, vitamin C, I don't know what vitamin she's taking, but they're working for her. Whatever it is, keep it up, Melissa Gatto. The other thing I want to say is, if you guys watched the weigh-ins, Sijara Eubanks looked absolutely horrible on the scales, guys. She looked drained. She looked bad. I believe she missed weight. She did not look good at all. So the other thing is she's dropping down in weight here, down to 125 again. And the one thing I will say is she gets tired late in fights at 125. She's fighting girl Melissa Gatto, who's very strong, or looks very strong at least. And the other thing I will say is Melissa Gatto, round 3, plus 1,800. Make that a play, Tajik. What do you got here, buddy?
I'll keep it short here. I think to me is Gatto by decision. Eubanks takes first, that potentially tires out, and then Gatto takes second and the third, something like 29-28 for Gatto at worst, if not unanimous decision for her.
So that's a plus 320. It is a Lambo play.
I just saw something on Twitter that Carnelosi has the same doctor as Gatto, apparently.
Oh, well, that's pretty good then. Now we know why she looks like the way she looks. Juan Carlos says the best lock for tomorrow. What do you got, Tashi? Give this guy a lock for tomorrow.
Oh, tough. Like, not off the top of my head. Juan, ping me on Twitter. Just DM me, and I'll give you my place, like the ones that I've done.
There you go. Tim, any locks for you for tomorrow?
Tafa Hunsucker doesn't start round 2.
That is a pretty good play there. I will give him the under 1.5 in the same fight. You know what? That's not fair. I will give him Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. It is a stone cold lock.
Ooh, dissension amongst the crew.
It's the season. Yes, Chance. Thank you for joining us, brother.
Let's skip all the fights and go up to like Thompson Bilal right now.
The world's most MMA knowledgeable. Oh, look at this. Did you see what Mushroom said?
Oh my God, Mushroom.
Oh, look at Chance. They're all over you.
No, Chance is saying that I own Uber. No. Yeah. Chance is always. I didn't surprise this type of dig from Mushroom, but I think it's super funny.
Oh, I like the jobs. Always cheat. We must. One point that is a good one from Mushroom. That is a very good one. I like it. Thought I would like Eubanks, but I ended up with plays on Fight Goes and Gatto decision also. So holy shit, me and Tajik are on Gatto by decision. Yes, you guys are. We will move on. Fight number 6. It is Justin Tafa going up against Harry Hunsucker. What do I have here? Oh, I have a good one here, actually. I think Harry Hunsucker actually looked a lot better on the scales. Justin Tafa looked like, he ate too much for Thanksgiving and did not decide to train because he missed weight at heavyweight, which might be the first time ever in UFC history that a guy weighs in over the limit for heavyweights. I think these guys are going to be swinging early, but if this fight gets to the second round, I think Mr. Tafa is just going to be done, man. And give me Hunsucker, KO 2 plus 2,700. What do you got here, Tajik?
I'm sorry, I cannot give a Lambo play here. I mean, to be honest with you, there's not that much to have. Only because I feel like Tafa is going to put him away in the first. So it's hard to see any kind of Lambo play here, to be honest with you. It's just I don't want to make one up, and so I'll keep it real and admit that I really don't. I mean, Tafa puts him away in the first by TKO, but that's not enough to make it a Lambo play. All
right. Tim.
Yeah, I'm with you too. Actually, with both of you guys, I think Tafa knocks him out round 1. But if he 13-1 on the only path that Hunsucker has in round 1, really, in my mind, of just going balls to the wall and just swinging everything he has, which is what he does. And you're giving 13-1 on that. That's like in a heavyweight fight, and Tafa just sucks. I mean, obviously, he almost died on the scale today. how do you miss a heavyweight weight at that point? Like he's
Yeah,
not
he
a
weighed-
huge guy, is he? I mean, like am I missing the measurables on him? He's not a big like.
He's thick. He's thick, but he's not big.
Yeah.
And you know, I think he's Samoan and
that adds 20% weight for sure.
Yeah, I
Just
mean, a lot of these. I mean, they're very big bone guys to begin with. So, I mean,
he looked bigger than Matt Sales on the scale, no?
Oh, Matt Scales might have been bigger than him about 4 or 5 months ago when he was like or something. But I do want to add one thing. You know, if Harry Hunsucker decides to grapple and try to get Tafa down, like honestly, he can get a submission. He's a brown belt. He's got multiple submissions. I think he has like 3 or 4.
That's 18-1. That's 18-1 on FanDuel.
Honestly, I don't know if he will, but he's in better shape, so he might be like, you know what, I can probably grapple, and this guy's out of shape. Let me fucking grapple.
He has done that in fight. I mean, like you say, he has done that in fights. So he will go for it in both manners. He'll just swing hands and he'll go for takedowns and just completely kill himself in the first round doing it. So, 18-1 and 13-1 for that. That's sick. I'll be sprinkling on that.
I'm just throwing it out there, Tajik. I'm not saying bet it. I'm just throwing it out there.
Sure. Okay, Tim, take it away.
Here we go. All right, the next fight we got Rowdy.
I'm here. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened.
Hey, Merry Christmas, Mike.
Hey, fight number 7.
Let's go.
It is Hani Barcelos. This is a very interesting fight going up against Victor Henry. You kick this one off, Tajik. What do you got here?
Yeah, you know, I can see Raoni finishing like in the third. All respect, Mushroom. I know you were kidding. I think it was hilarious who said that. Big respect to you as well. So I think Raoni can finish him late. I don't think because he, you know, his opponent is durable. You know what's his name even? Like this guy,
Victor Henry.
Victor Henry. He's durable. He fought some good opponents. I think he fought Kyler back in the days. You know, he fought some decent UFC level caliber competition. So, but he has a lot of finishes like for Henry. So I think it's interesting. I think Raoni is gonna put a lot of pressure on him. I don't know. I think there's a chance he finishes, but I'm gonna go with keep it simple. I like Raoni actually by decision here. I don't know if it makes it a Lambo play, but I do like it. I do like this play. I actually have a lot of decisions here, so yeah.
Raoni by decision plus 175. You are nowhere near even a Toyota play here. So we'll give you what kind of play is this?
That's like a good bike though. It's like a good Schwinn.
I'll give him a Kia. This is a Kia play.
Mountain bike.
This is electric scooter play here. But you know I have to keep it real. It's hard for me to come down and say something that I don't find probable. I know we have to go Lambo. I'm sorry.
No.
But to be honest, if Raoni finishes and you really want Lambo, like I don't know what is Raoni like round 3 finish.
Raoni round 3 finish is plus 900.
Okay.
How on earth? If you have Caesars, it's plus 2200.
We're back in the business, baby.
If anybody has Caesars or access to Caesars, it's plus 2200.
Tajik Bay is back. Raoni round 3. Let's go. 2200 on Caesars. Only on pay-per-view.
Yes, only on pay-per-view. Directly from your vehicle.
My goodness.
What do you have here?
I really like the round 3. I mean, you stole my thunder. I really like the round 3. I mean, he's on 9 days' notice. And then, have you seen a picture of Victor Henry? That guy had to have like hundreds of fights picked with him in elementary school. That dude looks funky as heck, man. Have you seen pictures? It's one of those situations where you see like, okay, this guy's fought a bunch, but I think Barcelos is better everywhere. And he can really much play with his food and do what he wants to do. But I think round 3 is such a great thing. If he gasses him out, you have either way, KO or sub. That's just a great play. I'm all in that too.
Listen, I don't disagree with you guys. I love Hani Barcelos. I love everything he does. I don't think he lost the last fight. I think it was a draw. It was definitely a 10-8 round in the second. You get 2 knockdowns, have the guy like from seconds from being stopped, punish the hell out of him. That if anything is a 10-8, that's a 10-8 round. And somehow 2 judges don't give it a 10-8, and it becomes a majority win for the other guy, Timur. But going away from that, what I will say about Victor Henry is he's fought really good guys. He's got wins against, Kyler Phillips, who is in the UFC. He's got I believe, a knockout win against Anderson Dos Santos, who is in the UFC. So he's fought very good competition. And when you look at the guy like Dennis, the last guy he lost to was Dennis Lavrentiev. That guy's a really good fighter, guys. I say go watch him. He has good hands, has very good grappling, good wrestling, extremely strong guy. And Victor beat him the first time, but the second time, Dennis was able to literally grapple him and hold him down for a good portion of the fight. With Hani Barcelos here is, I just don't think Hani loves to grapple that much. Like, if he decides to grapple here, he's going to look like a huge favorite. I think he can probably sub Victor Henry, but he just doesn't do it very often. He likes the hands. He likes that lead uppercut that's really, really nasty. But Victor Henry, man, don't sleep on this guy. This guy throws a ton of volume, has very, very good kick game, a ton of kicks, all over the place. Very, very good scrambling ability. This guy's insanely good at scrambling. Very, very good cardio. This guy's been 5 rounds many, many times. So, for me, honestly, I do think Barcelos wins here, but I think that the Henry decision at plus 650 is way, way too long for a guy that's, the price tag on this guy is plus 280. Are we saying this guy's going to knock out Barcelos? I don't think so. Is he going to sub Barcelos? I don't think so. So his only path is to win by decision. And you're giving me plus 650, I think is a very, very good price, because this guy, the one thing he does do that's better than Barcelos is he throws a ton of volume. And I think, with volume and staying away from Barcelos' big power, he can probably eke out a decision here. And I think this guy is going to stay in the UFC, and he's going to get some wins in the UFC. It's just that they put him up against a killer here in Hani Barcelos.
That's such a good hedge, too, for people who are on Barcelos, for sure.
Yeah, because I don't think he stops. Barcelos extremely durable. He's not subbing Barcelos. And I don't think he's, Victor Henry, the one thing I will say, he doesn't throw with a lot of power. He doesn't have power in his hands. It's mostly volume. So, I do love his kicking game, though. He's got a really, really good kicking game that he puts to use. With that being said, we will move on. Fight number 8. It is GM3, Gerald Meerschaert, going up against Dustin Stoltzfus. What do you have here, Tim?
I like the late sub for GM3. So round 2 is 5-1, and round 3, I think, is 12-1. It's pretty classic GM3 archetype winning fights.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I think GM3 has a ton of wins in the third round. For me, I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to go GM3 by decision at plus 340. And my reasoning is, Dustin Stoltzfus, he knows what he's doing on the ground. He's not like a complete slouch down there. We saw it against Rodolfo Vieira. He kept getting out of, bad positions over and over again until eventually Rodolfo got him in the third. But, GM3 is a good grappler, but is he a Rodolfo Vieira type of grappler? I doubt it. He's not as heavy as Rodolfo is on top. I do think Stoltzfus can stay safe here. But I do like GM3 to win this fight. I just think GM3, he has underrated striking. We saw it in a Muradov fight where, he caught Muradov a bunch in that fight, after taking a bad beating. So, yeah, GM3 by decision plus 340, I think, is the play here. What do you have here, Tajik?
I of course have Stoltzfus here. I'm just not sure if he KOs Meerschaert or he submits him. But so, to keep it safe, it's gonna be Stoltzfus by TKO or sub. Should be around plus 500 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 500, 600, and in that range. So
Wait, you're taking who by sub?
Stoltzfus by TKO or sub, or you can Stoltzfus inside the distance should be like plus 500.
It's
What is the KO line for Stoltzfus?
It's plus 500, and the KO for Stoltzfus is plus 1100.
1100, yeah. He can knock him out. Like my thing is like, I'm just thinking like in my head, Stoltzfus like rocks him, wobbles him, but after that, like it stops in my head. I don't know if he goes like, if GM is so down on his feet that he just like it's a TKO, or Stoltzfus jumps and submits him like sinks in the rear naked. So that's why I'm kind of not sure. But the way it plays out in my head is that Stoltzfus catches him. That's why kind of not to be too greedy, I picked up inside the distance for Stoltzfus here.
Yeah, I mean GM3 has been hurt many times.
Yeah,
it's not like it's going to be something new. It's just that Stoltzfus, to me, doesn't have much power. I mean, I think he's got one. Let me see, one knockout. I think in his career. Yeah, he's won by knockout one time in his career.
GM3 is a parlay killer, man. Both good and bad. That dude, if he's at plus 200, he'll kill your parlays, and if he's at minus 300, he'll kill your parlays.
Minus 200 on him. That's for sure. BetIQ says Masvidal is in the building again. All rise. I don't know, Masvidal. You're supposed to sit for him, not rising for him. I would love to see Henry against someone more on his level. To be honest, this is a huge step up. It definitely is. Take Stoltzfus by sub. He's only ever really TKO'd one person. The other, and correct. Yeah, I just mentioned that.
By sub is okay too.
Tim, what do you have here?
Oh, I already did.
Oh, you already
went.
Sorry. We are moving on. I'm completely out of it today. Fight number 9. It is Darren Get Damaged Elkins going up against Cub Swanson. I'm going to make this short and sweet. Cub Swanson KO plus 300. He's going to light this dude up. This dude, he's extremely tough, but guess what? You can only be tough to a certain point. The guy's at 37 years old. He's getting hurt in every single fight. I mean, Minner was this close to knocking him out. Gargori hurt him. Nate Landwehr hurt him. For Christ's sake, Ryan Hall knocked this guy down twice. Ryan fucking Hall, that doesn't know how to strike, knocked this guy down twice. On and on. I think Volkanovski knocked this guy down, but that's not to be anything to be ashamed of. But this guy just is constantly getting hurt. Damage is catching up to him. And Cub Swanson, I mean, the guy has really good hands, and I think he's going to touch this guy up, and I think he's going to get him out of there. What do you have here, Tajik?
I have Elkins by decision here. He gets wobbled, he gets rocked, survives, and then takes it to a comfortable decision. I don't know if decision is a Lambo play though, but correct me if I'm wrong.
It's definitely a Lambo play. It's plus 380.
Oh, okay.
Tim, anything here?
Man. I'm with you on this, Mike. I think it's going to be Cub knocking him out. He takes damage.
Damage is going to get damaged here, and Chance agrees. He says he has a very large bet on Swanson KO plus 300. Glad we're on the same side.
You think it happens early? You guys have any take on if you think it might happen earlier or later with that one?
Probably first or second round. I think the longer it goes, that means, the more the damage is kind of like wearing the damage well. So I think first or second round, he probably stops him. Ryan.
Yeah, because he's gonna go. Sorry to cut you off, Mike. I think because he's gonna go. He's not gonna charge at Elkins. Like he knows he can pick him apart. He's gonna pick his spot, and he's not gonna rush to put him away. He's very intelligent, right? And he knows how durable is Elkins, so he's not gonna waste his energy in that first round. And if he picks him apart, round 1, then the second or third is viable. I think by TKO around 2 and 3,
it's 900. It's 900 on DK for
this is a good place, right? If you're on his side, it's a good place. I just happen to be on the Elkins side, that's why kind of to me that's the pick. But round 2 and 3 by TKO, the both are tremendous. You say round 2 and 3, double chance?
No, round 2 is plus 900 though. I'm not sure on round 3.
No, this is
actually
solid.
Three's 1400. 3's 1400.
I don't know if 3 is likely, to be honest with you. He also doesn't have the best cardio, and so there's the chance they're gonna go back and forth. So I think if it happens, if the TKO happens, it's round 2.
I'm with you.
Ryan D says, never count out the damage. You are right. We can't count him out, but man, the guy's been getting freaking rocked.
Yeah, he's getting cut. He's getting cut when they're like rubbing their face with the Vaseline. He comes in, they start rubbing his face, and he's already bleeding. Like it's a problem. I get it, But
Ryan
don't.
He's going to the scorecards easy. I would not call it easy, man. It's always hairy with this guy. Like I said, he's been hurt multiple times. Guys like Garagori and, like I said, Ryan Hall, like Cub Swanson has way better hands than these guys. And I think if he hurts him, Cub Swanson can get him out of there. With that being said, there's 27 of you now in here. Thank you very much to each and every one of you.
That's awesome. That's very good attendance.
Do me a big favor. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe button for me. Please, it helps out. I'm trying to grow my channel, and I'm going to do a lot more content coming up because I do not have a job anymore. I am retired as of today.
Congratulations, man.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Thank you very much, guys. We will move on. It's fight number 10. It is a great fight. It is Diego Ferreira going up against Matthias Gamrot. Grace us with this one, Tajik. What do you have here?
I'm not gonna grace you because it's so predictable to me. I think I see it going to a decision, and I see Gamrot taking it by decision. I have to be honest. I don't want to create plays that I see that I deem entirely unlikely. That's why for me, I'm just gonna stick it to Gamrot by decision. Is gonna be my play. I don't think it's anywhere near Lambo, but if you can get Corolla or you can get
you can get that electric scooter again at +1.
Oh, it's Mike, I'm thinking maybe we should rename the show or make a segment of Tajik Bay BMX segment or something where you play the Lambo with Tim and I talk about it from the BMX perspective, from the little electric biking. Listen,
Tajik, you either throw electric scooters or you throw yachts. +5,000s, 2,600s. I mean, there's no in between for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. My apologies for that, but that's my play. Sorry.
All right. No need to apologize here. Tim, what do you have here, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, I like the unanimous decision on Gamrot as well on DK at +240.
Okay, that's.
I mean, I do think the market's kind of underrating CDF a little bit on he's dangerous. I mean, he's dangerous, especially early in a fight. I like this. I'm not on this side, but I do like this. If you're on CDF side, the sub round 1 is 16-1. And I mean, he had my favorite fighter, Gregor Gillespie, and just in shambles in round 1, and Gregor outworked him. And I don't think Matthias has got that kind of, grappling or wrestling and to be able to keep pursuing that type of wrestling. But that's definitely there. I mean, 16-1 he's dangerous on the ground. If it gets to the ground, he might be able to do something.
Yeah. I mean, I can't disagree with a 3-time, he's a 3rd degree BJJ black belt. He's very, very high level. For me, I got a little bit of a different take. After watching the weigh-ins, CDF again had a little bit of trouble making weight. He had to weigh in, they had to bring the little curtain, and he barely made weight. He was very excited when he made weight, but, he didn't look good stepping on the scale again. I think he's having trouble now making this 155-pound weight. I believe he missed weight last time against Gregor, if I'm not mistaken. And Matthias Gamrot, man, this guy is really good everywhere. You got to remember, this guy is a black belt himself on the ground. He's got better wrestling than Ferreira does. I'm not going to say he has the better grappling because I think Ferreira probably has the better submission grappling here. But like I said, as far as wrestling, he's got the better wrestling. I think he's got the cleaner hands. He's a really good striker, man. This guy's looking really, really good to me and improving on tape. I know he lost that fight to Guram, but I think he won that fight, honestly. I think he won the 1st and 3rd rounds, but they gave it to Guram, whatever. Guy came in, completely dominated Jeremy Stevens, completely washed out Scott Holtzman. I know those guys are kind of towards the end of their careers. But man, he's just washing those guys out of there. And I think because CDF and how he looked, how he gassed last fight when he didn't make weight, and how he looked again on the scales going up against the machine in Mateus Gamrot, I think Gamrot round 3 plus 1,200 is a really, really solid play here, to be honest.
Very good play.
This guy is a train, man. He's really, really good. I know a lot of people are on CDF, man, but I just don't see the value against this guy. This guy is extremely good, and I think if CDF is to win, it has to be early.
Do you think? Where do you think this fight happened? Like, do you think Gamrot wants this fight standing? Do you think he? I mean, he can win it either way. I think. But
Gamrot's gonna want it wherever he's gonna. It's gonna go, wherever he wants it. To be honest, I think if he wants it standing, it's gonna stay standing. If he wants it on the ground, he's gonna be able to take CDF down. Whether he's gonna be able to keep him down, I don't know. Because, I mean, Gregor Gillespie had a hard time keeping him down, right? And Gregor is world class when it comes to wrestling. So,
Tim, so Gamrot's calculation will be to mix things up. If they go into those exchanges, grappling exchanges and wrestling exchanges, he would do so for the sole purpose of tiring him out.
right.
Because the assumption here is that he doesn't have, CDF doesn't have good cardio, so he will try to clinch with him, he will try to take him down, control him. So they will be, even though all he has to do while scrambling is to make sure he doesn't get caught in a submission. And so he would prefer to mix stuff up, and then when he feels that past round and a half, when he feels like CDF is a bit tired, he's going to put a little bit more pressure, a bit more stand up, and try to put him away. But he's grappling and clinching, wrestling should be the part of his game plan calculation, because he knows that CDF doesn't have the best cardio, so he will go for that for sure, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, if he does wrestle and does get in those scrambles, maybe he can tire out CDF. I don't want to.
It should be his game plan at least.
Yeah, I don't want to say CDF has bad cardio because historically he's got really, really good cardio. Honestly, he's been against those Russian fighters, like he was the one fucking coming on in the third round and putting it to him. It's just that him missing weight now, not this time, but last time, and then I know it was a crazy pace last time, and he gassed really, really hard. But man, missing weight again and going up against a guy is a cardio machine in Gamrot is not good for him. So George is in the house and he says, Tajik, what is that? A scooter? What do you want to call that?
Scooter, electric scooter.
Right.
Clarify your position, George. This emoji doesn't it doesn't define who I am, but maybe I like to create content. Maybe I will create Tajik-based scooter plays on Twitter Spaces. So you gave me another idea how to win a scooter with Tajik Bay. There you go. Let me know, people in the chat, if this is the show that you would like to see.
Awesome. Now we got scooter plays. We are moving on. It is fight number 11. It's Rafael Ascencio going up against Ricky Simone. Tim, this is off to you. What do you got here, buddy?
I think the money line's wide. Got to say that at the start. I know we're not on that right now, but I like the split decision. Again, I like the split for Ricky Simone at plus 550. I think it's going to be pretty greasy for him. He might lose a round, at least in Adelaide Bird's beautiful eyes. But that's, I think it's just going to be a close fight. And I think anytime you can get plus 550 on a guy that you pretty much is a decision machine, that's a pretty good play. I also like unanimous, but I think the split's good number for the Lambo.
Yeah. I kind of think this fight is not going to get to the scorecards. I think Ricky Simone's going to knock this guy out. Ricky Simone plus 310. I know he doesn't have a lot of knockouts, but the guy does throw hard. He throws everything into his punches when he's throwing them. The other thing I want to say is Ricky Simone is 29. He's on the trajectory going up. Rafael Ascencio is 39. He's on the trajectory going down. The guy has, he's pulled out recently against Hani Barcelos with a bicep injury, or I think it was against Phillips, one or the other. The other one was COVID. Before that, this guy got knocked out by Cody Garbrandt. Probably not a good look now after seeing what Cody's done lately. He's been stopped 2 out of the last 3 fights. he's got really good wins earlier in his career, but I just think, his age is catching up to him. And I think, with Ricky Simone, the guy has, like I said, he throws with power, and he's got good wrestling, and even if he gets on top, I even see him ground pounding this guy. So give me Ricky Simone plus 310. I like him in this spot. What do you have here, Tajik?
Yeah, decision taking Ricky Simone by decision is boring. And so let's just hope and pray that he, pounds him out, takes Ascencio down, beats him up, and then starts, and finishes him in the third. So I'm gonna take Ricky Simone by round 3. So TKO round 3. So that would be my play here.
I really like that, actually.
I'm trying to find that Ricky Simone round 3 KO plus 1400. Now you're back.
I'm back. You
are back. You are back. I have to say, you are back.
George, you need to type in the correction here. Put the car emoji next to my name. Put the car emoji next to my name. It's like put some respect on my name, right?
Put some respect on his name, George. You're talking to the GOAT here.
That's hilarious.
That's great. Fight number 12. This is Amanda Lemos going up against Angela Hill. I have a play here. I think Lemos is a killer, man. I like Lemos KO1 plus 650. I think she hits extremely hard. Angela Hill tends to like to stand a lot on her feet and thinking she's the better striker. I think Lemos is the better striker. I think Lemos has a lot more power. I know Angela Hill historically, I think she's been stopped maybe once in her career. She's extremely durable, but I will say she has not faced someone with the power of Amanda Lemos. And I think Amanda Lemos is on the way up, man. This girl is extremely powerful. I know a lot of people, sharp people that are on Angela Hill. I don't think so, man. It's not happening here against Lemos. So give me Lemos round 1 KO plus 650. What do you have here, Tajik?
I'll keep it simple. I think the sub prop for Lemos is very underrated. And so if they exchange in the first, Lemos feels Hill's power, they trade a little bit, and she'll just find the path of least resistance. We'll try to take her down, just mix up her game, pound her out a little bit, and submit her in the second. So I'll keep it short. It's going to be Lemos by sub in the round 2. And tell me the props here.
34-1.
I mean,
4-1. Holy Moses. This guy is back. He is back.
I'm officially back. Now I want to see those GOAT emojis in the chat.
That's on FanDuel. That's on FanDuel currently.
Yep.
That's insane. Back. That line is insane. Sub round 2 is
the other thing, you made a very good point. If you're gonna play sub, I mean, even submission is plus 1100 on FanDuel, and I think it's a way better line than anywhere else by like 300 points. So if you're gonna play her by submission, go on FanDuel. It's plus 1100. It's nowhere near other places. It's plus 800, plus 600 even, and it was plus 1400 earlier. So, but it's down to plus 1100. Tim, what do you got here?
Yeah, I'm on this. I'm on the sub actually already. I've bet it, and I love this sub 2 play as well at 34-1. If it's 48-1 in round 3, and I think it's 26-1 in round 1. I mean, if she's like, I don't want to play you in your own game, she'll just shoot takedown instantly and just grapple fucker. Pardon my language. Sorry. And then that's her game. Like she's thoroughly she's been killing people with her hands recently, but she's super dangerous. Didn't she choke somebody out without like even hooks in, right?
Yeah, that was
Amanda Granger, right?
Right. I mean, it
wasn't even, I don't even think it was underneath her chin, to be honest.
It was Pena-esque. It was
more on the chin, and she subbed her. But
yeah, I think that's super live. I also like the KO1. I mean, what do you guys think of if the gas tank talk? Do you think that it's improved on her, or do you think that it's something that we have no knowledge of because we haven't seen it yet?
I mean, she's getting all these KO1s and stoppages in the first and rear nail, the Inoue fight. Everybody's going back to the Inoue fight and how she didn't look great against her. She looked kind of tired. But the girl she knows she's moving up in range. She knows she's on the trajectory of. I'm assuming she's working on her cardio, man. Like she looks in really good shape. Maybe I can't say whether she is or she isn't, but what I can say is the girl's working to climb the ladder, and she wants to be a champion, and you would only think that she's working on her cardio, right? So, I'm not sure, honestly, but
it's hard to cap that. It's hard to see that because we haven't seen much of it, and so it's very hard to validate. I mean, it's possible. It's just very hard. It's just a known unknown, right? Like we just can't. It would be hard to figure out. But I want to say something about Angie Hill. Angie Hill actually just signed with Sirius XM for a show. I don't remember the name of the show, but she just got signed. And so that narrative that she has, she sees herself in this career of an MMA analyst, is becoming more. It is gaining more and more credibility. If you can I can subscribe to that. It was news to me, but it doesn't move my assumption of the fight here much. But it feels like her priorities reside elsewhere. So and that's kind of an affirmation that being signed by SiriusXM on the MMA show is an affirmation for me that's the case. That's why I think Lemos takes her down, subs her. So let's do it. Like that's round 2 is actually once I'm done with my business here, like I'm going to bet her at results. I think it's a good bet.
Listen, she's probably the best 13-10 fighter out there in women's MMA, along with Sijara Eubanks, who's like 7-6. These girls are like almost 500 fighters, but they're really good fighters, like in women's MMA. So
I love Lemos, but they got to stop talking about her like she's a prospect. She's like low 30s, isn't she?
Who, Lemos?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's 34, I believe. Yeah, 34.
What's this prospect? She's not a prospect anymore.
And she's not a prospect. It's just that she's been coming on lately,
Right,
she doesn't have a lot of fights. She's only got 12 fights. So
it's like calling Raoni Barcelos a prospect.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Moving on. We are at fight number 13. It is Stephen Wonderboy Thompson going up against Belal Muhammad. Go ahead, Tajik. What do you got here?
I mean, I'll keep it simple. I picked Belal here. I get a lot of hate mails, Twitter messages for picking Belal here. But why not? Why not? Belal here by decision here. I'll keep it short.
All right. Belal by decision. He just broke my heart. Tim, what do you got here?
Me too. I'm on Thompson for KO plus 350.
So you got Thompson. You're on the opposite side.
Yeah, I think. I mean, Belal's hittable. I mean, and I think that he's the kind of guy who's super smart. And if he's down a couple rounds, and maybe even KO 3, because he might just go, I know I'm down 2 rounds. I've got to go for everything and just throw his face right at him.
Yeah, honestly, for me, like this is my only pass of the whole card where I can't give you a Lambo play, but I will go with this is worse than a scooter. I don't know what you want to call this. This might be a tricycle here, but it is Thompson by decision at plus 105. I just think Belal Muhammad extremely durable. Thompson is historically not a big finisher, man. Like he's got guys hurt, but he just doesn't. I mean, go back and look at his career. It's decision. I mean, there's not any like stoppages in his career. So the guy just, and now he's facing a guy in Belal Muhammad who's extremely, extremely durable. We saw Edwards just light this dude up, and he just wouldn't go out, man. Like he's extremely tough. I think there will be some minutes where there's going to be some grappling along the fence. He's going to try to take Wonderboy down. I don't think it's going to work. You got a guy in Diego Lima that's stuffed, 1 out of 10. He only had 1 out of 10 takedowns against Diego Lima, and now you want to have success against Wonderboy Thompson. I don't think it's going to happen. And at range, I mean, how is Belal going to handle this guy at range? This karate style, awkward style, really good striker. Stephen Thompson, I think, is going to cruise here. It's a really good matchup for him. I think he easily wins here. I think he covers that minus 220 price tag. by winning. You know what? I got a better one. Stephen Thompson by unanimous decision. Jesus, even that's not good enough. Plus 130. They're not giving
That's
me
gross.
anything. Yeah, I rather just play the decision at plus 105 because that doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, that BMX show has officially a new owner. Narco Cops.
Yeah. I honestly don't hate Belil's chances. Dude has fantastic fight IQ. It's the only good thing about him. He'll fight to win a decision of grapples. Yeah, I know his fight IQ is just his skills. I mean, can't match up here, especially the striking skills. Like, I know he can grapple, but he's not going to get Thompson down. And if he does, he's not holding Thompson down. This is not Gilbert Burns. I know Gilbert Burns had success, but that's like one of the only guys that's had success against Thompson in holding him down. So I don't think it's happening here. Mushroom says, Narco, please don't forget about a Lambo Place parlay. I have one for you. I have one put out for you. I will give it off at the end. Hype MMA says Belil has pillow hands. He sure does. He slaps a lot with his punches, it seems like. He does not turn him over. Belil round 2 KO. Stop it. Stop it now. I'm not even reading this. Round 2 KO. Wonder Boy KO. Round 2 is more like it. That might happen, but I don't know about the Belil one. With that being said, we are moving on to the main event. Before we move on, there is 30 of you in the channel. Thank you very, very much.
That's so awesome.
Again, please hit the like. Please subscribe. And don't go away after we finish this last one because I will be giving something out. I have a contest. It's a pretty good prize, and I will bring it out here after we finish this last fight. Last fight of the night, it is the main event. It is Derek Black Beast Lewis going up against Chris Daukaus. I think it's Tim's turn. What do you got here, Tim?
I like this goes against. I just want to pick Lewis late. I know that he's going to KO him in 1 or 2, but I'm going to bet him in round 3, 4, and 5 because he just does that. He waits. He doesn't do much, and then I think he's going to get hit by a punch and just fake like he's hurt, and then Daukaus is going to rush in. He's going to just jack him. And round 3, I think is 1,200 or something like that, and I think round 4 is plus 2,000. So I like those both.
Round 3, Lewis KO. You're looking at KO, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, it's plus 1,900.
Yeah, that's. I'll take that.
Round 4 is plus 2,700.
I'll take those. Yeah.
All right. I will give you Daukaus round 2 plus 1,100 or Daukaus round 3 plus 1,300. I just think, in the first round, he's going to be really cautious. He's not going to want to go crazy against a guy like Lewis. He's going to have to channel it a little here because you don't want to rush in the pocket against a guy that throws as hard as Lewis does. But I do think Daukaus is the better striker here. He's showing some really, really good hands. And honestly, if Daukaus wants to use his brain and his black belt, I guess he's a black belt on the ground, why not try to grapple and try to take Lewis down, right? Lewis is not very good on the ground. Like I said, if Daukaus wants to make it easier on himself, he should try to grapple here, try to take Lewis down. But he probably won't because he hasn't shown that. So, like I said, I like Daukaus round 3 plus 1,100. I'm sorry, round 2. It's plus 950, and round 3 is plus 1,100. Tajik, what do you got here?
Yeah, I think this fight goes to a decision, and I think Daukaus is going to take this one by decision. So my play here officially is Daukaus by decision.
Daukaus by decision plus 550. I mean, how can we argue with you about main events? Because they've all gone decision. So.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to finish Lewis, and I think Daukaus will be very cautious in knowing that, Lewis has KO'd people in 3rd, 4th, and 5th until the very last moment. So he's going to be picking him apart. Late finish by Daukaus is also possible, but I like the decision prop here.
One of my favorite plays on this card is over 1.5 in this fight.
Yeah, over 1.5 should be easy, but
unanimous is plus 750.
The what?
unanimous decision for Daukaus is actually plus 750.
Yeah, unanimous should be actually good. I like this
Right?
play even better. Yeah, 750 is awesome. I mean, you put it sub parlay round 2 with Amanda Lemos and maybe another one parlay, and
That's
get ready
gorgeous.
to order your Lambo for Christmas. So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he goes to decision, I think he's going to win a unanimous decision just because he's not a minute winner. Lewis is just not a minute winner, and Daukaus does throw with volume. So, yeah, I don't hate that at all. With that being said, thank you again to everybody in chat. Now to tell you guys about the giveaway. So how we're going to do it is anybody that's in chat, send me a message on Twitter with your Lambo play for the week. The person with the longest Lambo play, so the guy that hits the biggest long shot, is going to be the winner of the contest. How should I do it if there's ties? What do I do then?
It's gonna be very hard to make ties.
All right.
Yeah, because there's 14 fights.
Okay. All right. Tajik the Goat says it's very hard to beat ties, so we'll skip that. But send them to me on Twitter, Narco Cop. You guys will win this thing here. It is a Nintendo Mario Kart Live home circuit. I think it's about $100. So this is actually a really good gift. You guys can, you don't play Nintendo Switch with. I don't own anything like that. But if you have kids, they would love it, or if you can gift it. So yeah, that's it.
Right.
Tajik,
I'm messaging you right after this one because I'm in too. I want to win it.
Listen,
for sure.
You guys can win it. Win it. Anybody can win it.
I want baby goat to have it, so why not? Like
anybody can win it. Anybody can win it. Is there a minimum bet? Hype is asking. Yes, it's got to be plus 300 or better. But listen, if you hit a plus 300 and someone hits a plus 1500, obviously he's gonna win. So it has to be plus 300 or better. Don't give me anything under plus 300.
Is it one play or is it a can you parlay?
One play. Just one play. Anything over plus 300 or better is going to count. The Lambo parlay, damn it. I tried to get away and I couldn't. Okay, my Lambo parlay is Sales KO, Swanson KO, and Ewell decision. It will give you anywhere from plus 7,500 to plus 9,000, depending on where you play it. That is my Lambo parlay. That will give you a nice Lambo there if you hit that one. Tajik, do you got a Lambo parlay?
I don't have it right now because I'm in the I'm in the middle of things right now. So but Mushroom, just remind me, DM me on Twitter as you usually do, and I'll give you my parlay. Or if anybody else in the chat wants to do it, just DM me on Twitter, and I'll reply to you guys.
Awesome. How about you, Tim? You got anything?
Not yet. I know that Lemos sub will be in my Lambo parlay for the week for sure.
Awesome. There you go.
Round 2, Tim. Round 2 or no? Or just
I will guarantee have that in a parlay too. Guarantee. I'm DGen plus right there.
All right, guys. I just want to thank both of you for coming on. Thank you, Tim. You did an awesome job, dude.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Your first time. Tajik, thank you, man. I know you didn't have to do this. The GOAT did it from his. I can't tell what that car is. I'm still looking, but he won't give us any hints. But thank you very much for being on with us. Tajik, tell them where they can find you. Tell them what you got going on. You got a lot going on lately. Go ahead. Floor is yours.
Yeah, just find me on Tajik Bay. I'm always here for you guys. I stuck in the middle of highway. It was a huge traffic. We had to reschedule it. I had to park somewhere. I don't know where I am right now. What's gonna happen to me after this broadcast? But I'll be fine hopefully, and I'll see you in the next parlay. I say. But yeah, if hit me on Twitter, I'm at Tajik Bay, and as I always say, think twice before you follow me because there's no unfollow button. So I'll leave it at that.
So George is asking, what's the price for the Tajik Bay scooter play?
The Tajik. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. It has to
Mushroom.
be somewhere like something like Daukaus by Moneyline or something like that.
Thank you,
Yeah, yeah.
Mushroom. Happy holidays to you too, man. Again, happy. I didn't mention it. Happy holidays to everybody in chat and to you too also. Tim, tell them where they can find you, what you got going on, if anything, just whatever you want to say, man. Floor is yours.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank you guys so much for the opportunity, man. This has been a blast. This is my first time doing this, so I appreciate it greatly. So thanks again. And you guys can find me on Twitter at Timothy Triano.
And I do want to mention the guy's been red hot. So, yeah, follow him on Twitter, please. I'll definitely bring him back. Mushroom says bring him back. I'll definitely bring him back. Good guy, very good guy, always positive. I love that kind of energy. I just like being around people like that. So it's a good thing. TXJC, this is outro top tier. Yes, it is. Thank you for all the hard work. Thank you, Hype. Yeah, Tim is a great guest as far as these shows go. Feel like you really see someone prompting others with questions if they're not the host. Yeah, Tim's been great, man. Awesome. Thank you, both of you. You guys can find me, Narco Cop, on Twitter. Please send me those Lambo plays on Twitter. I will favorite every single one of them, so I have them. They have to be in before the first fight starts, please. Before the first fight starts, those plays have to be sent to me. And I will announce the winner after the fight card is done. And you guys can DM me your address, whoever the winner is, and I will ship this one out to you for free. I will even pay for the shipping. What else do you guys want? I mean, come on. Anyways, have a great night, guys. Hope you cash your bets. And good night.